What's good, you guys? I hope you're all having a good start to the week. Tonight, we will be doing the Monday night charting session. Obviously, as the title says. For those of you that have been here, you know what's up. For those of you that are new, we are going to be going through my watch list from A to Z here, checking out what we've got for tomorrow and possibly even the rest of the week, depending on when these setups play out. Nice, Levon. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it here. Let's see. First off, I want to see the earnings for today. We had earnings on PLTR after hours. Let's go ahead and check that out. All right, PLTR. Let's just see. All right, PLTR beat earnings today. Let's see what we did. And if we have, wow, okay. All right. Actually, if we stay where we're at right now, 197.92 looks really solid to the downside. So, yeah, that'll be one that I have on watch. And I would be surprised if we still had this level by tomorrow. But even then, I would still probably look at the pre-market low. So PLTR, let's go ahead and just mark that right now. We'll come back to it later, obviously, while we make the watch list. But let's go ahead and get back to the top of the watch list here. Apple actually tanked this morning, and this morning's trade idea was actually perfect for that. Unfortunately, I did not take it. I honestly was not even paying attention to it at open. So Apple, maybe I would look at this 266.25 low of day from today. It is kind of far right now. I mean, I guess $1.50 is not crazy far, but for Apple, that actually is a decent little move. AMD has earnings this week, I believe. Yeah. Has earnings tomorrow after close, so move on from that. Amazon, nothing here. ARM, nothing there. All right, AVGO broke a support from last week. As of right now, we're a little bit too far away from our next support here for me to put this on the watch list. $355.08 would be the next spot I would take AVGO to the downside. So that one is probably out for now. This may be a fairly short charting session, guys, if I'm being honest. Coin here looks really nice at 325.21. I am a big fan of this. We're breaking out of a wedge on the 1 hour. Have a pretty much flat bottom here. Let's see, what was low of day from today? Low of day today was 325.88. Okay. So coin, I would be looking at this earnings low at 325.21 for sure. I do like that. So we'll go ahead and mark this and move on. Once again, for those of you that are new here, we always go back and make the full watch list at the end. But first off, I want to make sure that I go through and just find everything that I like. Circle, I think I'm all good here. Yeah, I'm not really interested in circle until we get down to like 113 area. Crowd broke out of that wedge. But we are pretty far away from highs now, and there was no contract volume today. I mean, there was some, but we're talking like 200, so not really anything that we can do something with. DAL, I'm all good. DDOG has earnings. Disney, I am all good. Google. I think I'm going to pass on Google as well. Unless we get up here to, what is this? 286. 286 looks good on Google. I'm actually not a massive fan of it on the larger time frames, but on like the, I guess the 4 hour, it looks solid. But on the 15-minute, I do like this. It looks like a level that if we're going to start picking momentum back up to the upside, 286 should be the start of that. So I do like Google to the upside for a recovery play on the larger time frames. It's still technically a breakout play, but Hood has earnings this week, Wednesday after market closes. Interactive is approaching all-time highs, unfortunately with hardly any contract volume, but I'm going to keep an eye on that just in case. Just in case, because I think we've only played Interactive one time, but it absolutely paid. I do like the all-time high. There are some contracts that had all right volume, but they are, what, 2 strikes in the money now? So we'll just see. Those contracts are pretty cheap too, so you can get away with playing in the money contracts. Meta still selling off, basically sold off all day today. Let's go ahead and get rid of this here just so it's not as messy. And on Meta, I would be interested in this support right here at, is that 632.78? 632.78, and then what is that? 630.39. We have a gap to the downside here. All right. I like that. All right, there we go. Boom. There we go. All right, yeah, so 632.78. I would look to play this into the start of this 4 hour gap at 630.39. And honestly, that could be the target for this trade, honestly, and it would still be a nice move. But overall, we've got room on this down to 626.50. Realistically, I don't think I would be holding for that long, but probably the 630 break, depending on what kind of momentum we get on that, would be my final target for this. So I do like Meta. This looks good to the downside. All right, Marvel, nothing here. Microsoft, I still like 512.25. Yeah, 512.25 on Microsoft looks good. I don't know that I would play today's low though. I guess that was pre-market low, but I think I would probably just wait for 512.25 on that. The MSTR doing pretty much nothing. The low of day doesn't look terrible on this, but it's going into a lot of mess here. So I think I want to wait for MSTR to get into a bit of a clearer area. MU, not a big fan. NVIDIA, we scalped this morning. Ended up making a bigger move, but ended up retracing all of it before the end of the day. So yeah, I don't really think we have anything here for NVIDIA. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass on this. OKLO at today's low does not look bad. The only thing with this would be the contract volume or the lack of contract volume, which would be the major problem here. But this I like good enough to put it on a side watch at least. So we'll go ahead and mark OKLO. Oracle, we ended up breaking this 256.28 support. I would look at today's low of day though, 255.25. I would look at that into the 255 level and then probably just look for momentum below 255 for my target because I don't believe that we have anything. Yeah, we've got way too much room down, honestly. So with that being said, target is probably going to be momentum below 255 on this one just because there is not anything else close enough to have as a realistic target. Next up, PLTR. We just covered this at the start, but 197.92 to the downside, I would be interested, or possibly even a pre-market low, just depending on where we're at. So I do like this. And then next up, we've got PayPal. Highly doubt that we're going to see anything crazy here. Oh, actually, I stand corrected, which I like. This actually had solid volume today, like good contract volume, good volume on the stock. And 67.62 looks good on this, on PayPal. We've pretty much got a flat bottom there. Looks nice. RGTI, I am all good. Shop, I believe I'm all good on this as well. We have, oh wait. Yeah, we have earnings on Shop tomorrow pre-market. So that I will go ahead and wait. SMCI, we have earnings after market tomorrow. Snow, I'm all good. Let's see here. Wow, T-Mobile tanking overall. And then last but not least here, well, I guess we have some more after this, but we'll go ahead and look at these first because there's probably not going to be anything. Or there's going to be no volume like this right here. And this right here, and this actually has a setup, but no contract volume, so not much to do with it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go and look at Tesla here. So Tesla was pretty much ripping all morning. We retraced enough of it to the point where I can't just look at today's high, and I'm really not a massive fan of any of the intraday resistances we have here, to be honest, but for some reason I feel like we're gonna see Tesla make some type of crazy move tomorrow too. Like today, I could have been looking at this, but it literally was not even on the watch list this morning because I did not think we were going to do anything worthwhile at open. And then I look at it, 20 minutes in, and we are absolutely ripping. So Tesla, let's see here. Honestly, the way that I would like to take Tesla right now would be if we had some type of pre-market setup, and I really don't care where it's at as long as we're showing strength and we're not, completely retracing this move. If we had some type of pre-market setup in this area, I would probably be looking at that. But 470.79 does not look bad. Overall, that's going to be when we start looking like an inverse H on the 1 hour or on the 4 hour. So I think 470.79 is a solid level to be looking at. It's obviously not a hugely major level, but it is the level where it's going to continue looking extremely bullish on larger time frames. So I do like that. I will throw that on the watch list. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually get to making the watch list here, guys. We are only 23 minutes in right now, and I highly doubt that this is going to take another essentially 35 to make, but that is all right. So Apple, I said this is probably going to go on a side watch. Let's start off with coin here. So coin, I'm going to be looking at the earnings low at 325.21 for, well, let's see. All right. All right, coin looking at the earnings low at 320. Wow, 325.21 as my main level. Taking a possible early entry at the 325.88 low of day. Targeting a break below 325, then we have room down to our next support at 322.10. Overall, we have room to fall if we continue to hold below / reject this 1 hour this 1 hour wedge that we have broken below. So we do have a lot of room down on this. I just know realistically, I mean, I'm not going to be holding most likely. I mean, unless we just get, you know, candles that are moving $2-3 at a time, then maybe this will be the case. But overall, I highly doubt that I'm going to be holding down to 318.50. I think 322.10 and maybe the 320 break is like the max that I would be holding for this type of trade. So there's no sense in writing down a bunch of targets that I know I'm not gonna even be looking for. There's coin. Let's go ahead and get Google on here. Google, I am looking at the 286 resistance for a breakout / recovery on the higher time frames. Overall, I'm going to be targeting momentum on this one, guys. Overall, I will be targeting momentum because this level is the point where we should start The reason that I'm going to be targeting momentum on this one, guys, and not looking for a specific level is because this is kind of a recovery play on a higher time frame. I mean, it's still a breakout when you're looking at it on like the 1 minute or something like that, but on a higher time frame, it is essentially a recovery play, and recovery plays are very momentum based plays. Obviously, the way that we're going to be seeing it on the 1 minute is different than what it's going to be looking like on the higher time frames. But these recovery / breakout type of plays have a ton of potential to just run. And typically you have a really solid risk to reward on these. So I try and let these ones have as much room as I can. And honestly, on this, I've got pretty easy room all the way up to like 293 almost. So yeah, that is why I'm looking for momentum as a target on this rather than looking for a specific level. I don't look to hold my trades for crazy long the majority of the time, but if I have the opportunity to let one run and do it safely, I'm gonna try my best to. So Interactive Brokers looking at the all-time high at 73.35 for a breakout. Will only be interested if we have solid contract volume. Overall, I will be treating this as a scalp / targeting momentum. Alright, this one I'm also targeting momentum because there's not really any levels to look for, obviously. We can look at trends, but I don't really know if this one's even going to stay in the main watch. I think that's probably going to move down to the side watch. Meta, though, I am excited for Meta. Meta, looking at the 632.78 support for a break to the downside. I will be looking to play this into the 4-hour gap down. Well, technically it was a gap up, but we're playing the gap to the downside. Into the 4-hour gap that starts at 630.39. We have room on this down to 626.50. I will be targeting the 630 break and basing the final target all right, there we go. Microsoft 512.50 is the level. All right, Microsoft, looking at the 512. Wait, is it 512.25? Oh, it is 512.25. 512.25 support. We have a 30-minute trend. Right below this level at 511.80. But if we can break through this aggressively, I will be targeting a move to 510. Then the 1-hour trend, or wait, I'm sorry, it's a 15-minute trend. All right, there's Microsoft. OKLO is going in the side watch. Oracle is going in the main watch. Looking at the 255.25 low day for a break to the downside. I will be targeting a move to the 524 break. 524. 254. We may be seeing this break right now. So we really have no trends on this. And infinite room down. That's fine. That's fine. All right, PLTR. Looking at the 197.92 support for a continuation of this downside momentum. Targeting a move down to the next support at 196.39. After that, we have room all the way down to the next support at 194.12, which will be my final target. Then we have PayPal. We have a bunch of stuff, guys. PayPal. Looking at the 67.62 flat bottom. Targeting a move to the 30-minute downtrend at 67.08. And then Tesla, looking at the 470.79 intraday resistance for a break to the upside, targeting momentum towards the 474, the 7 hive day. All right, there's Tesla. And then what else did we have to write? We got Coin, we got Google, we got Interactive, Meta, Microsoft, Oracle, PLTR, PayPal, and Tesla. So OKLO and Apple are the two. Looking at the 266.25 low day. $264.98, and then we have OKLO, which is a similar story. Targeting move down to the 120 break. All right, beautiful. There we go. Here's our watch list. Coin, we're looking at downside. Google is upside. Interactive is upside. Meta is downside. Microsoft is downside. Oracle is downside. PLTR, downside. PayPal, downside. Tesla, upside. Apple, downside, and OKLO, downside. So we've got quite a few downside plays for tomorrow, a few upside, but that is my watch list for tomorrow. For any of you guys that are not in the chat and you want to trade live with us, click that first link in the description and join for free for 3 days. It's free, so you might as well try it out. But for anybody that's not in the chat, make sure you screenshot this, plot these levels out, do what you want with them. And for anybody that is in the chat, I will be sending a screenshot right now. And we have about 20 minutes left here, so if you guys would like to, feel free to turn this into a Q&A. And I am happy to sit around and answer your guys' questions. If not, we can go ahead and wrap it up early, but I will give you guys a minute here if you guys have any questions for me while we are still live. What kind of keyboard do I have? Uniquely, I have no idea actually. It's a Razer. Let's see. I'm just gonna type in Razer keyboard and see which one's mine. It's not a mechanical, and it's got a number pad on the side. That's really probably the only reason that I have not upgraded, or not even upgraded, but just switched to a mechanical keyboard, is I like how this feels. I like how big it is, and I like that I have a number pad. Let me see here. It's a something chroma. Let's see. It's a Razer Sinosa Chroma. By the way, I actually have like a whole vlog that I did when I was building my new setup that I haven't uploaded. And I was gonna tag like everything that I had in my setup in the description. I have not even edited that video yet. I've had all the footage for it for a long time. I don't even know how long it's been. But you guys want me to upload that? A lot of mechanical keyboards have different switches and can be full size. See, I honestly don't even see. I don't understand the point of a mechanical keyboard. Like, I don't play games really. If I play games, it's literally like Minecraft for a little bit. So I really don't even know what the point is, other than they're just loud. Gotta get into the head of the Meister. Mostly just for feel and aesthetic. See, I like the looks of this one too. I feel like every mechanical keyboard I've seen is like small in comparison. Like I feel like it's all condensed into a smaller thing. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable typing on them. A lot of people like the tiny ones with no number pad and arrows, and yeah, I don't know. Feels odd. But all right, guys. Yeah, that's what I've got for tomorrow. So once again, if you are not in the chat and you want to try it out, click that first link in the description. You can try it 3 days for free, and I will see you guys all in the morning for pre-market review. I appreciate you sticking around, and I will talk to you first thing in the morning.